Hello.
Dennis, come here.
You, come here.
I'm your mother.
Mothers have legs.
Oh, excuse me, I've split his head open inside, but the carpet's not paid for. Listen, the next time you pinch my cigarettes, make sure, in decency's sake, that you leave me a couple of dog ends.
The corner shop's very handy.
For that, I'll have two.
Oh.
Dennis!
Oh, up and down like a flipping yo-yo. I'm supposed to be at work, you know.
Marmalade.
Mother, I'm knocking on a bit. I'm supposed to be labouring for Fairclough, not carrying a banner in Whit Walks.
You know, he was lovely and all at that age.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, stranger.
Stranger?
Where have you been hiding yourself, then?
Nowhere. I've had a fair bit on these last couple of days. Nowhere.
No?
You two haven't been falling out again, have you? Not after all my hard work.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know.
Yes, well, I don't suppose my table will side itself, will it?
I just wanted to be on my own for a bit.
Your own boss. As long as we know.
Oh, well, that's just it, isn't it?
What?
Well, I mean, we don't know, do we? At leastways, I don't. I mean, you take me to see a baby and you tell me it's yours and that's it.
Well, it's enough, isn't it?
No, it isn't if you want to know. You can't tell me you've got a child without telling me no tells.
I can't tell you nothing if you're not here, can I? I don't do mental telepathy at midweek. Morning, Sheila.
Morning, Sheila.
I've a right to know, Sheila.
Have you?
I want to have a talk with you.
Well, you know where I live.
No. I'm fed up with staring at flipping ceiling in the middle at night.
I'm going to be late for work.
Uncle Jack?
Hello!
He's in the cellar, Auntie Annie. I'll see you at dinner time, Tra.
Hello!
Lucille, just a moment, please. He's in the bogey cupboard. Now, look, dear, we didn't finish our conversation at breakfast time, did we? I have no wish to pry,
No.
but with Hilda Ogden going on about how much Irma's earning...
Irma?
I thought if you just confided in me what you're earning, then perhaps a little guidance
No,
could be
I won't
given...
be earning anything at this rate, will I? I'll see you later. Tra.
Lucille! Jack, I am not in the habit of serving hot breakfast in the cellar, and I am not aware that the air raid sirens have sounded.
I'm looking at the bitter.
Yes, well, a passing glance at your breakfast would be more appreciated. You get absolutely no cooperation in this place whatsoever. You sugar grapefruit, you grill bacon and eggs, you fry tomatoes, you slice
The
mushrooms.
bitter's off. I thought it were. I'll have to ring the brewery.
Not on your bowling shirt, if you don't mind. Where are the tissues for men?
I doubt whether they'll be able to bring another barrel today. We'll have to make do with mild.
You know, whenever I open the subject, she just clams up.
Oh,
Lucille.
what did I tell you last night? Sat there putting your grease paint on. Leave it till the morning, I said.
It is morning in the Western Hemisphere.
And leave it to me. I'll speak to her.
You were in the cellar.
Well, tonight then.
Oh, dear, Jack, I don't know. If she is squandering all this money on all
I'll
sorts...
see that she isn't, don't worry. And now I'll go and have my bacon and eggs and tomatoes and mushrooms.
Yes, well, actually, it's baked beans on toast. I'll go and open the tin.
Right, you.
Morning.
Oh, morning. Dresses for the workers.
Ah, there's enough here for a battalion of Lancashire Fusiliers, isn't there? They're fond of their bellies, is this lot, you know?
How do they keep their figures?
Running after lads, majority on them. I thought that stuff was out of date these days.
Stuff.
Elbow grease, what you trying to get? Look at it,
It's marks off a tennis ball. I wouldn't care. It's a wreck if they want to play cricket. To those kids off Navigation Street.
All right, it was kids all right last night. They're all for chalking cricket stumps, not missing doors till we copped them.
We told them to clear off and play where they lived, or they get a bucket of water over them.
Oh, it didn't work though, did it?
Oh, yes, it did. They ran for their little lives.
Yeah, it ran right outside here instead.
Yeah, well, that's where they live.
Pardon?
Your Kenneth was captain, your brother-in-law was bowling, Stan Ogden was feeling with a fag in his mouth, and Albert Tatlock was long stopped.
And it was poor Albert's bat in the first place, a coon shovel, actually.
Well, I'll have a quiet word with the captain when he gets home.
He's all fixed up for the film search now, is he?
Yes, he's got the films, and he's borrowing a projector from school.
Good. You will enjoy it, Mrs. Sharples, you'll see.
Well, we're giving them something for nout, I suppose. It's hardly Christian, but it's some sort of charity. They're kind of Charlie Chaplin films, it's something of that sort.
Yeah, that's right.
As long as they're not horror films. You don't need to go to pictures to see them sort of films if you live round here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3,
chippy up now.
No, I couldn't get your steak and kidney, so I got your cheese and onion. And my name's Norris, it's Polly.
I don't like cheese and onion. Gives me the great swinging first. Oh, will you stop whinging, Denise? I'll swap you for a vitamin bacon. Hey, get Pan Mobile filler. Get the lardos for a packet of tea.
Hold your up, will you? Hey, and you're 2 weeks shy at Tea Kitty, and don't think I'm daft. And I were christening Rotten Polly.
Hey, Denise. Why don't you go home for your dinner? You can have half an hour, I mean, you know, and bloke washing up. Half an hour what? Well, you're old fella. I mean, you're on your own, just two. Well, they can if they want, can't they? I bet you've gone and forgot salt and vinegar, haven't you?
No, but I won't forget to cut you off with an ear, will I?
Hey, you would, wouldn't you, Silla, if you were wet and you went home for your dinner? Would what? That's the trouble with this generation, the sex man.
Are you right, slackers? Right. Just been getting another batch in for this afternoon.
You're dead keen, you, aren't you?
Well, it's all brass, isn't
Oh,
it?
you weren't mad, you are.
Just fast, kid. Fast you know, more you make.
Have you ever seen her on a machine? Oh, you see the rotten blur.
Do you know, I think I'll bring a cushion this afternoon. I mean, the more comfy, how fast do you go? Hey, you right? Yeah. Hey, what's up with you? No. You're very quiet. Come on. Sarah. She take the route. Hey, Sarah, where are you?
You know what, Bet? What? That tot of you, it's beginning to get on my wick. Beginning? Yeah, and I'm not all that nice to know when little bricks get on me wick. No, I've been known to turn that shade nasty myself.
Yeah, 498.
Never. What year was that?
1939. Last test, first innings. Then Hammond and Hutton went in and put on 264.
It's funny how time flies, isn't it?
But 1950. That was when they come into their own.
Is that right, Albert?
Oh, it was that. I mean, look, they got Ramadan, spinning them both ways. Hey, and what about Valentine?
Oh, he was another, weren't he, by the heck?
Yeah, and then they got the 3 W's. Do you know Weeks' first 3 centuries, they were double-uns?
You're kidding.
Oh, I'm not. It was a right tour with that. And I'll tell you something else. West Indies never come here till 1900. And L.S. Constantine, you know, Leary's father, had a public subscription to pay his fare.
Oh, well, that was nice, weren't it?
Yeah, and then he got Woods, he was a great fast bowler. I mean, for 1900. And they had a batsman, Oliveira. You must have heard of him.
Oh, it rings a bell. When does the season end, Albert?
All done, Mrs. Walker. Oh, you had finished with your morning paper, had you? Pardon? Only there was this big fat blue bottle chasing me round the kitchen, you see, so I parted its air for it. Oh, it's total war, me and blue bottles every summer. Must say, I find magazines better than papers, though.
Mrs. Ogden,
Yes, love.
I know that a person's wage packet is a matter for complete privacy.
Yeah.
But in view of the fact that Irma and Lucille are working together and leaving aside all questions of pounds, shillings and pence, I just...
Hello, Lucille. Been coming it again, has she?
Pardon?
I don't care what she's been swanking about. She can't be knocking out twice as much as our Irma. Is that what she said?
Oh, no, dear, never, no.
Ah, well, she did to me. Twice as much. Now then, our Irma's been bringing home 11 before stoppages.
11 pounds?
Yeah. So, Lucille, we can't be doing much above, well, 13.10, say, and that's top whack at the
13?
How's that for a little belter, eh?
Merry Christmas.
Well, hello, love, I'll be in a minute. I'm not stopping.
Oh, that's all right, love. I don't mind getting paid for mopping up pubs for you to spend it all mucking them up again. Just so long as you let on.
Well, I have just done that, haven't I? Hey, lads.
Was she going out?
No, dear, I'm just waiting for someone.
Oh, well, do you mind if I get by?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go on, we're all ears.
It's this Dagnite caper we've been on about, you know.
He's had an idea.
A flash of inspiration it was.
In his little head.
Oh, don't tell us if you don't want to.
I'm telling you.
It looks like it, too.
The WORLDCUP.
What?
The World Cup!
Oh, what about it?
Well, there we can get us tickets for a match.
Oh, how's that for a novelty, eh? A night out at Old Trafford. We've only been going there since they built the blooming place.
Ha,
Who
what?
said anything about Old Trafford?
Goodison Park, and we can do Liverpool afterwards.
Do it?
And like it's never been done before. Well,
Well,
all right.
can't be bad, can it?
Hey, well, can we cheer for Brazil?
You can cheer for Timbuktu later on in the night if you want to, right?
Right.
I was waiting for you coming from the factory.
I've been to Rosamond Street to have meal done. Are we on
I want a moment, a word with you before you go in.
£9 before tax and stamps.
Pardon?
Well, that's what your Spanish Inquisition's been about, isn't it?
You earn £9 a week?
Yeah, are you satisfied now?
Not entirely, miss. I'll have a word with you in the house.
You'll do that then, will you?
What?
What I asked you to. Oh, you're just not with us today, are you? Oh, well. Right, that's it. What did you say? Oh, lovey, you're worse than I was when the Yanks left Burton Wood. I said, will you wake Aunt Dennis up before you leave the place? He's sleeping off his morning's labours.
Yeah, of course I will.
Oh, and, if he cracks on he's got cramp and he can't get out of bed, pretend you're going to look in the third drawer down in the tall boy. That's where he keeps his pin-up pictures. That'll move him. See you, love. Try. Oh, hello, love. Go right in. You got a visitor, love?
If you're going to yell at me, I'm not at home.
Can I sit down?
You want to?
I don't like us not talking. I can't think straight. Well, I've done out, you know.
Meaning I have?
Talking about me.
No. You've done now.
Well, why are you being funny with me, then?
Do you want to pack it in, Jerry?
Now, who said out about packing it in? Now, just don't put words in my mouth. Just don't, that's all.
Look, I've told you all there is. I've got a baby. He was 2 in April. When I left Florrie Linley's and I went back to Rottenstall, I was 3 months.
And who were it?
Dad nearly went mad, so I couldn't stop at home. I got digs in Blackburn. And then after he was born, I was working all day. It's not easy, you know, a single girl with a baby. Well, that's why I had to find him that foster mother, and I take her stuff once a month, you know, clothes and toys for Danny. Half my wages more.
I want to know who it was, Sheila.
I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. That's what you keep telling me.
Sheila!
You know it was. He even thumped him once for going out with me.
Neil Crossley.
It was me you should have thumped. If I was going to be daft, I should have done it with you. We'd have been married by now.
Neil Flaming Crossley.
I've been sleeping on my arm. I think I've broken it. Hey, you'll have to struggle on without me this afternoon. Hey, cheer up. It might never happen.
So have I, young lady, with you. So just put your bait on a minute.
Look, she keeps yelling at me.
We call the cat she.
Oh, then.
I'm waiting.
Lucille, trying to make people sense is not yelling.
Look, I've apologised. I made a mistake.
Nobody can mistake £13 for 9, I'm sorry. But a barefaced lie is a barefaced lie.
Well, it's my money. I work for it.
We know you do, love, and we like to see it, but no one's after your brass.
Look, Lucille, £13 is a lot of money to squander on hair pieces and lipsticks
We know
and
what we're
gramophone
talking
records.
about, love. I come out of the army with a gratuity that'd last me for life. I thought, in a fortnight, I were rolling my own.
If you'd only agree to put just a little bit away.
Well, I will.
12 months from now, you won't know yourself.
You go to the bank with your Uncle Jack on Saturday and he'll open a bank account for you.
Right, well, I've said I will. Can I go now?
I'll go on, off you go. Hey, just a minute. Old pals again. No more misery chops, right?
Yeah, okay. He said no more misery chops.
No, well, on second thoughts, a post office account would be better.
It's as broad as long to me. I'll see you try.
You see, Jack, she can't have a chequebook with the post office. I mean, there's no point in tempting Providence.
Well, you better go and make yourself beautiful if you're going to this film show.
I don't like her telling lies, Jack. I just can't think who she takes out.
Forget it now. It's all over, love.
Yes, till the next time.
Then it slots through there.
No, wait a minute, no. Right, it goes round that one. Under there. Yes, definitely. Then we come round here. Onto that. And that's it, I think.
You sure you haven't got it laced in backwards?
Oh, it's all right, love. They'd never notice anyway.
Right, I'll announce you then.
Okay, I'll get this set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all,
few words of thanks to Kenneth for obtaining the films and to Bessie Street School for the loan of their projector. We were going to call upon Mrs. Sharples for the loan of a sheet to Actors Screen, but we finally hired one from Bottomley Photograph Limited of Rosamond Street. And now, Mr. Kenneth Barlow.
Pictures not conducting the alley band.
Well, his family.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we're going to see 3 films. 3 comedies, actually. They're all very early ones. In fact, they're Edwardian, I believe.
Oh, any fatty arbuckles?
No, Mrs. Corwell, they're before his time, even. Now, the first one...
Before Fatty Arbuckle? There were nothing before Fatty Arbuckle.
There's manners for you for a start.
Hey, they're not silent, are they?
No, there's music.
And what's wrong with silent?
Well, what?
Well, what?
Well, you can't hear now, that's what. Good night.
I neglected to mention that after the first film, refreshments will be served by members of the committee. Free refreshments?
Oh. Well, you can't be a pig, can you?
Right, now, ladies and gentlemen, the first film is entitled A Skating Carnival.
Oh, well, what about the adverts? When I go to the pictures, I like to see the adverts. Yes, well, I do. It gives me a chance to get my shoes off. Then it go, will you be quiet?
A Skating Carnival.
He's got a look of Alfred Hitchcock, hasn't he? If he put his moustache on. Who has? Why, the hero. Oh, I like a good Hitchcock picture. Always close my eyes up. Oh! What, John? Well, I thought a mouse had run over your foot at least. No, it was him. He nearly slipped on his behind. Well, it's comical, isn't it, Al?
Dear Kenneth, I am so sorry. I didn't know I was late.
That's all
I
right, Mrs.
do
Walker.
apologise. Is it a classic?
Yeah, I'll say. He nearly fell on his behind.
Are there any custard pies thrown, Kenneth? I always think custard pies are so good. You don't have that sort of humour nowadays, you know.
Wait till the interval.
Pardon?
Nothing, just a thought.
What's up? Why? Oh, it's you, she says.
I was only wondering who was at the door, that's all. So I'm not stopping on. You said I could have a lend of your turquoise scarf if I wanted.
Oh, it's in my room.
Oh, no rush, it's all right. Doing I'm going. Meeting the lad at 7:30.
Oh, it's gone 20 to 8 now.
Yeah, well, even waiting a bit whets their appetite. She's making me start saving.
Oh.
Klondike, Annie. It's all right for you. You've no to do after you forked out 20 for her board money.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you've only you to worry about, haven't you? What have I said now?
I'll go and get you my scarf.
By gum, you've licked your platter clean.
It was quite delicious. I take it the parking was homemade.
Well, I can't speak for the eggs that went into it. I got a couple of hens to help me with them.
I tell you, this is a compliment, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, it's something we don't say to Ina.
So I gather.
No. So what do you got? You switch out and you're on. Okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Good lad. I'll see you later.
Hey, where you going?
Quick Joe at the Rovers.
Why, you crafty slob. No wonder you asked me if I wanted to go.
Oh, Ruther, you better manage all right, will you? I'm just going out to make an important phone call.
Right. You've got a peppermint to chew on the way back, have you?
Oh. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've done guzzling, we'll get on with the second half of Barlow's Magic Lantern Show, which is entitled Stop Thief, followed by Runaway Horses.
I don't expect we're having the pleasure of seeing Greasy Garbo tonight.
Not unless you sloped on a back row through toilets, no. Right, ladies and gentlemen, eyes down, Luke in for a full house. Ready when you are, Mr. DeMille. I'll get it right. All right, in a minute, don't worry.
I knew it wasn't going to be an ordinary holiday when we drew up at the gates. Hampshire was looking its loveliest, and through the trees we could hear the thwack of bat against ball. Then Diana, shy little Diana from the typing pool, started to take off her clothes. None of us had known. Diana was a nudist,
That's a wrong sort of thing. She's got knocked on.
Dennis, this is a practical joke.
This is more like it.
But the beauty
Dennis,
of the
is it
sun
your
in there, a
film?
long
I wish
time
it
ago.
was.
Oh, is it an Hitchcock?
Hey, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Dennis, stop that.
Soon after my initial shyness had worn off, I was joining in the barn dance.
Please, switch the lights off.
Ace is a right brown of that one.
What do you think you're doing?
There's a difference between big fat fellas falling about on the behinds and brazen noses flaunting theirs. And to think it could be happening on my bedding, you, come on.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Winter.
Oh,
and I wish you a good evening.
Don't go yet. We haven't seen runaway horses.
That's the only thing we haven't seen.
Oh, well, it's not rude when it's ours, is it? You know, like that.
Right, Dennis. Well, folks, I'm sorry. That's the end of the show.
Go on.
All right, that's 6 then. Jack, you 3, me and Uncle Albert.
You reckon you can get 6 tickets then?
Well, I can try. Mind you, it's the World Cup. We'll have to pay through the nose, you know, a bit over the odds.
Well, the best things in life are on the black market, aren't they? Get 7.
Why 7?
We can flog one outside the ground at an enormous profit. It'll do for our exes.
Yeah, doesn't make that trick, does he?
There's after the match, you know. Going to spend a bob or two in New Brighton, aren't we?
Who said out about New
Down on
Brighton?
me, another flash of inspiration.
I thought it was only Liverpool we were going to beat up.
What's your voice at Enemy Patrol? Oh, did you enjoy yourself, Annie?
Kenneth, that was a genuine error, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Well, I mean, we're both educated people. You at the university and me at the College of Life. But really, new girls playing with beach balls, well, it's hardly L.S. Lowry, is it? I'll take my coat off and give you a hand.
I don't get this.
Shameless trollops showing all they've got.
Oh, you could see the vaccination marks on one of them.
Where?
On her left arm.
Oh, well, looking at her arm.
Hey, 2 mixed ups in there. It's his wife and 2 kids I feel sorry for.
What's that about then?
Hey, it was a crafty move, that weren't it?
What was?
Naked films.
Say again.
Yes, lasses in the birthday suit at Mission.
Never.
On Ken's projector.
You mean like that lass on telly, you know, where it takes a shower in a phone booth?
They've taken the screen down now, but Dennis is running it through again, not wall.
You never let on.
I never knew. God, there must be some mistake. They're meant to be comedy.
Well, they certainly weren't tragedies.
And we're stood here like Tony.
And he's doing it up against a wall.
Hey, I'll come with you.
Well, I mean, I'm responsible for the equipment, aren't I?
I'll just help him dismantle the projector.
Now then, gentlemen, what can I get you? Jack, don't you dare.
I haven't budged.
Where are you going?
2 milk stouts for Mrs. Sharples and Mrs. Caldwell. And they've both got clothes on.
Is that them or us? Or something, theirs is a doorbell. Well, you know, right in the middle of that lovely Elliot net and all. Yes. Well, I'm just going to the kitchen to peel tomorrow's spuds. But I thought you were watching...
No, look,
no,
it's all
right. I love peeling spuds, don't worry.
Yeah, but you were watching your Untouchables.
You mind your own business. And make sure your faces have cracked by the time I come back.
Don't worry. She's enjoying herself.
Glad somebody is.
Gives you a headache, doesn't it? Watching all night. Have you been out?
No, reading. Thought you might have come round.
I thought you might.
Aye.
And you did, didn't you? Or else you wouldn't be here. You want to talk about it?
No, not really. I don't know. I just wanted to see you. I was getting a bit more. It sat on my own like.
Look, Jerry, I took you to see him because of how I feel about you. If I wasn't keen on you, there'd be no point, would there?
I know.
And if you weren't with me, like,
No.
well,
I said no. I'm agreeing with you.
I don't mean that. You're not so keen now. Jerry?
Well, it kind of knocks you for six, you know. I mean, just when everything's really going, then there's a 2-year-old baby staring at you. Well, it's a bit of a kick in the guts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Sheila. Neil's stinking crossly. Oh, it makes me want to... I better get home.
I thought you were morbid at home. You've only just come.
Well, I'm not doing much better here, am I?
Are we finishing then?
Good night then, Mrs. Tanner.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Jerry, say yes or no. Well, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? Sheila. Very.